Home set alight after disorder in Belfast. Yes.
Our other main story, the US and Iran have been carrying out overnight strikes against one another hours after President Trump accused Iran of shooting down an Apache helicopter which was on patrol off
US and Iran accent strikes. Something big is
the coast of
happening.
Oman.
Yes.
US Central Command said it targeted almost 20 sites,
Oh my
including
God.
Iranian air defenses and radar systems. In response, Iran's Revolutionary Guard targeted US positions in Bahrain, Kuwait and Jordan. Here's our North America correspondent, Peter Bowes.
Yes, understand. This is correspondent from America, Peter.
This is the most serious escalation of hostilities between Washington and Tehran
This is an Apache helicopter. Iran fires missiles and drones at US bases. Yes.
since the ceasefire was agreed 2 months ago.
This is
The apparent downing of a US Army helicopter, followed by US strikes on Iranian military targets, marks a significant deterioration in relations and has raised concerns that the truce could unravel.
This is US Central Command. The CENTCOM, we have all said it. Something posted this on X, yes, and you can read it and understand what is the command is happening right here.
US Central Command said its forces carried out self-defense strikes against Iran under the direction of the Commander-in-Chief, Donald Trump, and that the operation was a proportional response to recent
What is this? Oh my God, what is this? Are those all ships?
attacks on US forces
Oh,
and
damn.
international commercial ships transiting regional waters. Earlier, Mr. Trump said the United States must, of necessity, respond to the downing of the Army helicopter, although some US officials have said it's not clear whether the aircraft was deliberately attacked.
Oh damn, what was he holding in his hand? That is big one.
2 US pilots were rescued by an American Sea drone and are said by officials to be in a stable condition. The US says it struck Iranian air defense, ground control stations, and surveillance
All those two pilots, both of them are safe and they saved by a drone kind of boat. And in the first time ever, yes.
radar sites near the Strait of Hormuz. In response, Iran's Revolutionary Guard said it had attacked American bases with drones, including the US
This is the exactly the raw footage of Iran. This is what happening in Iran.
Fifth Fleet in Bahrain. Iranian state media said the country's armed forces were threatening massive and wider attacks across the region if the US continued what it called its aggression against the Islamic Republic. Both sides insist they want diplomacy to prevail, but the ceasefire remains on a knife edge.
Yes, this is what is happening. The ceasefire at its knife's edge. Nobody is getting it back.
Peter Bowes, BBC News.
Yes.
Well, let's speak to our Middle East correspondent Yolan Nell, who's in Jerusalem. And Yolan, just give us more detail
Jerusalem is in Israel, right? All right, you had it right.
on what's happened over the last few hours, that tit for tat between Iran and the
Tit for
US.
tat. All right.
Yes, this amounts to really one of the most serious escalations that there's been between
Yolande Nil, Middle East correspondent.
the US and Iran since the ceasefire came into effect two
All right.
months ago. And it comes just a day after President Trump was suggesting once again that we were just days away from
Yes, Trump said 2 to 3 days, and we are already signing the contract with them. Peace contract. Peace. You see, peace. It's happening.
a deal with Iran, and also after he had put significant pressure on Israel to stop its first confrontation with Iran since the ceasefire came into effect. And of course, it has put US Arab allies back under attack as well. Now, after that US Army Apache helicopter was downed
US strikes Iran after helicopter down. That's what happened. Both of the pilots are rescued and already in the helicopter with the people on it, and they saved them.
with the US saying it was patrolling the Oman coast. A US official has said that there were nearly 20 targets that were struck inside.
You see, this all ships are looking so small, but in reality, they are not so small. They are so big, and they all does not have any cargo in them. Only this one ship you're seeing right here have cargo in it, and every other ship is without cargo. You see how empty they look because they do not have cargo in it.
Iranian state media reporting explosions in the south, not too much information given about damage, apart from saying that in one location that 2 water reservoirs for the local drinking water supply had been affected.
Everything is affected in Iran, and US did something horribly wrong. They strike the 20 targets for their 2 of the pilots who are even rescued.
By the US military action, and the Iranian response came very swiftly. It said it was targeting US military bases in the region that had been used to carry out the attacks on its territory, and sirens went off in Bahrain. That is the home to
Yes, that's what happened at Oman, Bahrain, and Kuwait. US military bases are targeted by Iran because Iran is not holding back.
the US Naval Fifth Fleet in Kuwait as well, where Iran says it was targeting a US airbase, and then in Jordan too, where there's a US airbase in the east. The Jordanian armed forces saying that 5 missiles were successfully intercepted, and although
Yes, they intercepted, but it is not even worth
a
it.
US official has come out saying that they don't know of any damage to US locations in the region or harm to US personnel.
There's so much wine there, my boy.
The Iranians are claiming that they destroyed 4 of the targets they had set out to hit.
Yes, 4 targets are destroyed. Iranian officials said this thing.
Yolan, thank you very much. Yolan Nel in Jerusalem. Well, it's been a very heavy past 24 hours of strikes in the south of Lebanon.
Again and again. What is happening? Nobody knows. What is this? A glitch?
By Israel. Let's get the latest from our Middle East correspondent in Beirut.
Beirut, okay.
Lina Sinjar, but Lina, just tell us what's been going on, particularly around the city of Tyre.
Beirut, we have correspondent.
Well, I think this is the first time that a whole city is ordered to evacuate.
Whole city is ordered to evacuate. What is you saying, Lina Sinjar?
That's what happened yesterday in the city of Tyre, including
Tyre.
Christian neighborhoods. The city of Tyre is home for,
Lebanese city of Tyre, Israeli airstrikes hit. Okay, Israel is hitting. Damn.
thousands of displaced people who
There's so many wars happening in the world right now.
ran away for their safety from the south of the country after the Israelis' advancement and occupation of the south, and now the whole city was ordered yesterday to
Yes, evacuation is on the process right now. Israelis are getting the hold of it. Yes, and they're also striking the city of Tyre right now.
evacuate. And in fact, there was a strike that
I mean, but the name of the city is something so funny. Who named the city of like Tyre? A car tire, a truck tire, a cycle's tire, bike's tire, a city of Tyre.
happened in a neighborhood in Tyre even before evacuation orders without a warning. At least 8 people were killed in that area, Al-Masakin al-Sha'biyya it's called. The government...
Oh, all right, a thought came in my mind. It must be a name of the Tyre because the city produced so much of tires, and that's why they named the city itself as a Tyre. Might be.
is really concerned about these continuous evacuation orders, non-stop ones in the south. Before the ceasefire, there were already 1.2 million displaced.
Oh
Some
my
of them
God.
managed to go back to their intact homes after the ceasefire. But these kind of orders and airstrikes are happening.
Imagine you have a house, you have everything, and you gotta evacuate from there, leaving everything behind, and you just did so much hard work your whole life to make it happen. When you have it, you cannot live there. You have to leave it. You have to leave it and evacuate from there, and live in a tent, live in a base with so many people without no much of facilities right there.
Almost on a daily basis in the south, as if this area is, falling out of any deal or any negotiations, because, violence is continuing. Hezbollah continues attacking the Israeli troops on the ground inside the south, and the Israelis are ongoing.
Might be they are supporting Hezbollah some kind of, because Israel is attacking them and Hezbollah is attacking Israel. So they might be in favor of Hezbollah because Hezbollah is like them, because someone's like enemy's enemy is our friend, that kind of thing.
With strikes in different locations, and yesterday was really condensed in Tyre and
Okay,
Nabatieh
thank you.
area in
Thank you.
South Lebanon.
Thank
Nina,
you.
thank you very much for the update.
Thank you.